Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Orange Gatorade, back with another solo dolo episode for y'all. Today we talking about a couple of things in the NBA this week. First off, the boy, Prescription P, Pandemic P, Paul George, has just received a 25-game suspension, pretty heavy-handed suspension for what they're calling some mental health drugs. What I think people are kind of narrowing it down to Paul George was taking ayahuasca and he got a 25-game suspension. Big up to Pandemic P, bro. I really don't think that's worthy of a 25-game suspension, if I'm being honest. Big Silver, we're gonna have to have some conversations about that. But come on, guys. If P was not taking any like real steroids, 25 games seems like a bit much. In my opinion. But Paul George was contributing a pretty decent amount to this 76ers team. He was, for the last 11 games, I believe, he was 16 points and about 2 steals. And yeah, this suspension really sucks. It kind of derails the momentum that the 76ers had. And hopefully, yeah, 25 games, he should be able to come back and, build up some momentum to get back in a playoff run. But yeah, really sucks. And like I said, it felt like he was finally getting stuff going, finally able to contribute something positive for this 76ers team. And then you get that. Rough. Very rough. Moving on, we got a couple of small little trades, guys. I'm not really going to spend too much time on this because I know my core audience probably doesn't even know half the fucking guys who got traded this week. But anyways, the Cavs getting Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis for DeAndre Hunter, I think that's amazing business. Sacramento, I have no fucking idea what they're doing because it seemed like the consensus opinion amongst most people was one of the only assets that the Kings had to move right now was Keon Ellis. Like, that was the one guy that you could potentially sell high on and maybe exceed his value in a trade, and they did not. They actually lost pretty badly, in my opinion. I don't think adding DeAndre Hunter to the worst fucking team in the NBA, which is crazy to say. I really did not think the Kings would be this bad, but here we are. We're adding DeAndre Hunter to the worst team in the NBA. Adam Silver, you cannot reward this, bro. Please do not let this team get a top 5 pick. I know I had a whole rant last episode about bad teams staying in purgatory, but good lord, bro, we cannot reward this fucking behavior from the Kings. It's really nasty work. But Keon Ellis, big up to him. I think he can contribute to this Cavs team who really needed some guard play off the bench, which I think Dennis Schroeder can provide. And yeah, Keon is a solid defensive piece who hopefully is an improvement on Lonzo, because fucking hell, Lonzo might be unplayable in the playoffs. Actually, he probably is just straight up unplayable in the playoffs with how he's shooting this season. Unreal. But yeah, I love little small trades like this because you just, or at least I go on TikTok and see like these random fan pages, like a Duop Reathe fan account posting like all these sad fucking edits. It's like, bro, you gonna be all right, man. Duop's gonna do big things over in he went to Atlanta, I believe. Yeah, Duop, best of luck to you in Atlanta, bro. And shout out to Atlanta for selling high, in my opinion, on Beat Crudgy. And see, I said I wasn't gonna talk about these guys, but fuck, here I am. I'm moving on. Sorry. We got the NBA All-Star reserves for the most anticipated game in all of sports, the NBA All-Star game. Don't we just love it, folks? And it looks like this new format has really caused some of the most egregious snubs we've seen in a while, bro. First off, rip, Kawhi Leonard not making it is a tragedy. He is playing all NBA level right now this season. I think he's probably like top 10 in the league. He's top 10 in scoring, but just overall, I think he's a top 10 player, no doubt, this season. He's on an unreal, like, career year. Career year. I can't believe we're saying that about Kawhi Leonard in 2026. But he absolutely deserved an all-star nod for this season. MPJ, I was very sad about. I was hoping he got that shout last episode. But with the new format, yeah, I kind of figured he would end up being one of the odd men out. But the fact that Cat made it over him, I'm going to talk about that in a sec. But yeah, man, I think this is probably the only opportunity that MPJ would have had to make the All-Star game, assuming that Brooklyn trades him next year, which is probably likely. So that really sucks. He's been cooking this season, bro. You got to give him some type of accolade for this. Joel Embiid, I thought could have made it, but he got off to a bit of a slow start this season, but my God, he's been fucking otherworldly. He's been looking like the Joel Embiid of days past, man. So I think he probably could have deserved to get in over Cat. And especially, like, I don't know how they're looking at Embiid. Like, is he Team World or is he Team USA because he plays for Team USA? I don't understand. We have Donovan Mitchell out here saying he'd represent fucking Panama. It's like, bro, we got to have some type of rules here, guys. Did we not get these rules in place before we decided to make this a world versus USA thing? Because you got Norm Powell, who I don't know really should have made the All-Star game. He's averaging 23 on a really mid Miami Heat team. It's like, okay, I think MPJ could have got the nod over Norm Powell, but he's saying he wants to represent fucking Jamaica. It's like, all right, guys, goddamn, did y'all really just do this to get some cheap ass All-Star nods? I don't blame you. But yeah, like I said, some of the guys who, in my opinion, probably shouldn't really be on the teams. Pascal, he's averaging, 24 a game on that weak-ass 54% true shooting. Not a really impressive season at all. And like I said, the Pacers are hardly a fucking NBA team at this point, dude. It's a miracle that they're not the worst team in the NBA. And honestly just speaks to the quality of, like, the lower half teams of the league right now. Because, oh my God, the fact that the Wizards are about to find themselves out of the top 8 in the lottery and the Knicks might end up with that pick is nasty work. How is the bottom of the league this fucking bad? The Eastern Conference is the answer. This is one of the worst Eastern Conference All-Star teams ever assembled, bro. Karl Anthony Towns, bro. How in the hell did Karl Anthony Towns make this All-Star team? This is statistically his worst season, like undoubtedly his worst season statistically since his rookie year. He's not shot under 60% true shooting until this year. He's not averaged under 20 points per game until this year, since his rookie year. And he's averaging 19.8. I'm being a little bit anal about that, but come on, guys. We all know that cat's not been the one that we know as an all-star level cat. This is fucking outrageous, bro. Justice for MPJ. Matter of fact, justice for MPJ, because I think the Nets just lost by 60 again last night, ladies and gentlemen. Who were they playing last night, bro? Oh, the Pistons. Yes, the Pistons beat the Nets 130-77. And that's really all I'm going to say about that. The Nets are now 0-8 without MPJ. Congratulations, bro. Just trade him and just get the tank going. Fuck's sake, man. Are there any more? Oh, yeah, you know what? This hurts me to do it because I know people are going to be trolling me over this. LeBron should not be an all-star. Let's just call it what it is. Obviously, you're going to put him in there for the marketing and shit like that, and really no one other than LeBron gets this sort of treatment just because, like, his name is going to attract eyes onto the TV. Like, let's be real, bro. We watch All-Star Weekend for the superstars. I'm not fucking spending any time groveling over this shit. It's LeBron James, bro. What were you expecting? Denny Avdia, with the current political climate of the world right now, the less I say, the better. But y'all enjoy watching that man throw fucking elbows and drive to the paint and try and draw fouls in the fucking All-Star game. Yeah, his style of play is just not suited for the All-Star game. Not my cup of tea. And finally, we're going to wrap this video up because it is like 13 degrees in OG Studios today. So we're gonna do some hot takes from y'all, NBA related. This one from my boy Flashbanks. Khan will finish with the most threes made in NBA history. And honestly, bro, with the rate he's at right now, I think he's like second in the league in made threes this season. He damn well could, because he's shooting at a way higher clip out the gate than Steph was to start his career. So yeah, fuck yeah, it's absolutely possible, bro. And Khan is, if he continues to shoot like this for his whole career, best believe he will break that 3-point record, bro. No doubt. This one from my boy Potts. If y'all remember Potts, bro, y'all are you're an OG if you remember Potts. Potts, you got to come back on the show, bro. We got to talk some soccer. He said Jeff Teague, a legend in the podcasting game for sure, bro. Shout out to Jet. We got my boy Braun. NBA teams should be able to sub players in and out like hockey. I cannot imagine the amount of crashing bodies and shit that will cause. Do you know how fragile Joel Embiid is already, bro? Could you imagine if we just had motherfuckers just sprinting across him and at random throughout the entire game? I don't know about that, Braun. Shout out to my boy Braun. Shout out to Potts. I think we got one more if I can find it. Yes, and this is from my man Ethan. Pelicans hold on to their... This one is so specific. Pelicans hold on to their entire core for whatever reason and only trade Jose Alvarado. Best player traded at the deadline is Najee Marshall. Mavericks make the playoffs. New rumors around a top player like a Donovan Mitchell asked for a trade. I think probably that last part is going to happen towards the end of the season, or not even towards the end of the season, but probably just in the offseason in general. I feel like we're a little bit too close to the deadline now for someone to just come out and say like, oh, I'm not happy here. Trade me. I want to go to a contender, especially like a Donovan Mitchell, who the Cavs are only, they're only 2 games back from the 2 seed right now. So I feel like if it's a player on a contender, they'll usually wait till the offseason because they'll feel like, oh, I can't get over the hump with this team anymore. and then it just kind of spirals from there, and we see it all the time. Back to the Pelicans shit, because I don't even know if I want to address like the Najee Marshall Mavericks stuff. Yeah, I did see a couple of reports that the Pelicans were not really trying to move off of any of their players, which for the most part I understand. Herb Jones, I don't know why, because he's a little bit older, and you know, he's a bit of a in demand position right now. A lot of teams need a defensive wing, my Lakers especially. So yeah, I didn't really understand why you wouldn't want to move off Herb Jones, but everyone else I really understand. Jeremiah Fears, obviously you're not going to want to move off. Trey Murphy, maybe, but he's, again, pretty young. Zion, I think just the general idea is you're not going to get a great return on Zion, so that what's the point? And then is there anyone else? Obviously not Derek Queen. But Alvarado, yeah. Alvarado is a good trade piece in my opinion. That being said, though, who the fuck is trading for Alvarado right now? I don't know, bro. I fucking like Alvarado in New Orleans, bro. I love seeing him in this like enforcer role, and I feel like he's kind of teaching the young guys to get a little gritty. You know, he's got that New York attitude. Just love watching Alvarado in general. So if he stays, if he goes, I'll love the man regardless. And that being said, I think we are gonna wrap this episode up, man. Very quick one. I hope y'all get to enjoy the NFL Pro Bowl games this Tuesday or tomorrow night. I'm sure we'll all be tuning into that. Leave a comment down below about who you think got snubbed for the All-Star game. What you want to talk about in the next video. Give me your hot takes. I think we're gonna have a Super Bowl episode, y'all, but stay tuned on that. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.